Hope you're all doing really well. Hopefully this works. It looks like it's cutting around a little bit, but here we go. There's a lot of people commenting already. Hey Lisa, hey JGD, hey Taylor Hillim, hi guys, hi Vivian, who else is here? Hi YouTube. You guys are having a real chat today. That's great. Hope you're all doing amazingly well. Hi West Coast. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing really well. So I'm here tonight, feeling much better than yesterday, regrouped and ready to go. Had a bit of a shave, cleaned up, trimmed here. Still falling apart a little bit, but that's okay. Ready to go and have a chat tonight. Just wanted to touch base with you guys and give you some figures, because some of the figures that are out there are not quite right. Hey Rama, missing you lots, little one. Hey Save Our Children. Hi, welcome home. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to know some of the facts and figures from around Australia, because there's a lot of fear mongering going on, and I feel like people are taking it hook, line and sinker at the moment. So there's a lot of things here that we need to be aware of. So in Australia, Australia-wide, 228 people are currently in hospital. 228 people are currently in hospital. Did you hear that number? Out of how many? 25,900,000? 228 people are in hospital at the moment. And they're saying that this is stretching our health system already. They're saying that right now. This is stretching our health system. Now, I spoke to a couple of nurses today who both said in their places where they work, they've got extra people on staff that are getting sent home daily, because there's only 228 people in hospitals Australia-wide, 42 in ICU. Now, if you look back to last year with the general flu, the influenza, it was the same numbers or less, or more that went through ICU. Now, over the last 2 days, the figures, 110 people from within nursing homes minimum, that's all I could find, was 110. There's probably more, which would be close to a quarter of the people that have gone into the, that have been sick or have been pulled up as being COVID positive. Now, there's false figures going everywhere. There were 600 US Army people that were told they had COVID-19 that have now been told they don't. Florida had 90,000 positives written up, which was actually 11,000. There's facts and figures flowing everywhere that are just wrong. And you need to realize that the media is blowing this out of proportion. In Victoria, there's 60 cases per 100,000 people. 60 cases per 100,000. And yet we're wearing mandatory masks because of this. Now, we're going to state again, the agenda here isn't about your health. If it was about your health, everyone would be wearing classified masks. Everyone would be getting them handed out. If this was as contagious as what they say, they'll be handing out graded masks that are done by the military or by, the medical teams. At the moment, they're just they're not even handing out masks. And if they do, if the police hand out masks, they're those surgical low-grade masks. This is not about a pandemic. This is not about people being sick. This isn't about people's health. It's not. You guys have to realize this is about pulling people in, making them comply, making them follow a narrative that's not true. And the more and more people that follow that narrative, the more and more people that lose their rights, because Dan Andrews today said it's not about human rights. Now, on Channel 7 tonight, they had a news footage of someone at Bunnings being refused entry because they didn't have a mask on. Now, this is ridiculous, because our human rights say that we don't have to show medical certificates. These stores that are shutting us out from going into them without a mask on, we just boycott those stores. Boycott Bunnings, boycott IKEA, boycott Coles if they question or they put up a new mandatory thing about wearing masks, because it's discriminatory. If you can't wear a mask, you should still be able to walk into a shop. If the masks work and 1 out of 100 people aren't wearing a mask, it's not going to spread a pandemic. That's simple maths. It makes sense. But you can't use logic in any of these discussions. Now, I was talking today about the fact that we need to be kinder than ever before. We need to look after each other more than ever before, because the person wearing the mask looking down on the one without it doesn't know their situation. They don't know if that person's had PTSD, if they've got suffocation issues through to domestic violence. They don't know anything about the person. So stop judging each other. Stop judging people for not wearing a mask. Start spreading love and kindness. The separation that's happening right now and the division needs to stop right now. It needs to end, because all it's doing is making us turn against each other when we should all be here for each other more than ever before. And, if this is a pandemic, like they say, this is when people need to band together more than ever before. But as I say, 60 cases per 100,000 people in Victoria. 60 per 100,000. That is minuscule. And we're all locking down each other, mandating masks left, right, and center. Countries all around the world are doing it at the same time, interestingly, as well, where this flu is meant to be only running in a bad way in the areas where it's really cold. But now it sounds like they're for everyone. If the masks were to save lives, they wouldn't say you could wear scarves. They wouldn't say you can wear any face covering at all. They're changing the narrative as they go. Watch it continue to change over the next few days. And the numbers they've got with how many nursing homes are getting it, where's the figures? Where's the evidence and the figures about the contact tracing for these nursing homes and how people are getting sick in these places? Where is it showing how it gets into that nursing home? I want to know which individuals are bringing it into the nursing homes. People are now saying that it's going into nursing homes because the nurses and doctors are working at other places and then going in. Well, if I was a government and I was a smart government and I was using logic, I wouldn't send any people that have been around COVID-19 cases into nursing homes. Where's the fucking logic in sending people that have been around COVID-19 cases into nursing homes? Let's contact trace who these people are that are going into the nursing homes that are sick, because it shouldn't be going in there. So we need to look and we need to start making decisions about what we do about our government, what we do about our police force, what we do about these institutions that are following what's happening here. Because what's happening is these workplaces and these shops that aren't letting you in are following a blind directive. And now there are other places where this started happening and no one stood up. Now, one where it's been happening over the last 5 or 6 years throughout China. Think about China and how they work now. Now, initially, it started off that the workplaces were saying you must come through the surveillance cameras. Masking got made mandatory in certain towns and cities until people started picking it up and doing it themselves. In the north of China, and I've spoken about this before, their Muslim minority in the northwest of China has been segregated and been put into lockdowns and into concentration camps. Now, they're getting made to be used and work into these factories. They're getting driven off. First they go into the concentration camps where they try and take away all their religion from them. Then they teach them to be more Chinese, and then they're moving them off to work in these places. So one of the ones that's come out where America's trying to ban it is Nike. I say to everyone out there, have a look into this. The Uyghurs, Uyghur. I always say it wrong. But the Muslim people of the north of China, they're putting them into concentration camps, trying to re-educate them to be more Chinese. Now they're sending them out into these slavery factories where they're working for companies like Nike, and there are other companies there. We need to start boycotting those companies. Don't buy another pair of Nike shoes for your kids. Don't buy another pair of Nike for yourself. Don't buy it for anyone out there. Night, Rahma. Hope you have a really good sleep. You can call me anytime. We need to realize that we need to stand up because these things are happening in all these countries, and we need to boycott anything that's in line with these countries and what's happening. Another thing that's happening while we're in lockdown blindly is in Denmark, they're killing thousands of whales. These things aren't being reported in mainstream media anymore because we've decided to comply and do what we're told and follow the narrative 100%. Now, I think my video is starting to cut out. I'm going to get going in a minute. Continue to wake up. Don't be asleep to the atrocities that are happening around the world while this is being over-reported. Turn off your mainstream media. Go into your place of love. Start looking at other news that's going to tell you the truth outside of it. Have a look on YouTube. Have a look on Instagram. Find the people that are talking truth. They'll generally be the ones that look really exhausted. Myself, as I said, I've had a good day, better day today. I'm trying to move forwards. Keep pushing love. Keep coming from a place of kindness, and you can never go wrong. Peace. Actually, if this is still working, is it still working or not? Let me know if you can see this, please. Is it still working or not? It's still working? Yeah. So the other thing, there was one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, they're doing testing on vaccinations. Now, it was put out there in the last 24 hours that they want to do testing on the black people. Who even calls people black people? They want to do testing on black people and the minorities around Australia and vulnerable people around the world. We need to realize what's happening here. Stand up today, stand up now. Do not comply to this mandatory mask mandate, because this is now going to become a vaccine trial that's going to be used on the most vulnerable people in our planet. And then it will become a mandated thing for everyone. You'll lose your travel restrictions. There'll be travel restrictions put in place. You'll lose money. You'll lose your workplace initiatives that you've got by not doing the vaccine. We have to stand up now, or these things are going to get put straight into legislation. Stand up today. Peace.